I mean, it took a 45-minute of Sakurai to show how much he loves that character.
What we really learned during that, not that Terry is in the game, but we learned that he's an Iori main.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, all of the sadistic choices throughout all of the Smash games make perfect sense.
Has the evil laugh brewing up inside of him. But
Only a Rekka character main could devise something like Brawl Meta Knight or Smash 4 Bayonetta.
that means he has like that kind of teenage like edge factor that he likes too, because he was like, man, whoever created Iori's design's a genius. I was like, all right.
That's a genius.
Okay. But
You
with
got
that
the confidence
said, man,
with it, too.
how you feeling about this exhibition we're about to have between Tweek and Nairo, rocking blue and red Terry respectively, the Fatal Fury hat on deck?
I think it's going to be pretty interesting as far as, like, these guys have very different approaches to a character's tools. They, in general, have different mindsets, so, like, what's going on with the character. Of course, we're bringing it to the KOF Stadium.
Okay.
They're just going right into it, too.
Oh
All
my
right,
God,
the
look how
FD
much
variant.
damage. So much.
Oh, and now we got the power wave to bring us into the audio.
Bro, this is like, just look at this. It's looking like a body bag so far. Okay, finally getting a hit in there. But I don't know, Tweek starting off pretty commandingly. And now Nairo hacking on some damage. And just look how much damage Terry's able to rack up in such a short period of time, right? Able to cancel that neutral air to the rising tackle. And oh my God.
Here's the problem with the mirror match, though. You're putting down all that damage. You got to make sure that you secure your kills quickly, just like Nairo did. Otherwise, you got the go, and all of a sudden you have to deal with Power Geyser and Buster Wolf. Do you really want to be dealing with that?
Oh, I thought he had something cooking there, but no huge conversion there. Looks like that shoot's going to miss as well, but man, want to see some of that that flashy stuff. Now, this is over 100%. Y'all know what comes next. See ya. It's gone. Never mind. Maybe on the next stock, but these stocks have been disappearing so efficiently that they haven't really gotten to use the Power Geyser or Buster Wolf at all.
I feel like in the Ditto, you're not going to see a lot of it just because Terry doesn't really struggle to kill heavier targets, I've noticed. And as far as heavy targets go, Terry's actually like really up there in the weights. I believe he's top 10 weight.
Yeah,
now you're like 108, which is
108. Yeah, he's heavier than Ridley.
crazy, right?
I think he's the same weight as Samus then. But with that said, I mean, yeah, he definitely doesn't struggle killing himself. A lot of jabs, a lot of down tilts and conversions. You can see right here that Tweek. Gonna be in the ledge trap. We do know that. Oh, see ya. He's so strong. You know, the moment we want to talk about one thing, it's already on to the next stock.
It's going to be lightning fast action. Especially when you also consider the character's combo game. Like, Nair itself, an amazing piece to use in a string.
Oh.
But one thing that these guys are showing off that I think is really important to learn is the fact that, like, not all of these early game combos are true. You got to be careful about what you're throwing out with Terry.
He's falling down from there. God, the conversion, especially Terry, all his aerials pretty much. Oh my God, what the down tilt, right? Just kind of kicked him out. Oh,
He's
perfectly
out
done.
now, man.
Yeah, that's the thing about Terry, right? He can't really sweet spot that ledge, so if he ever tries to recover low or snap toward it, just hit him.
That was a good call out on Betty.
He's not going to be able to make it back.
Oh, hold on now.
He tried to power dunk him. Okay. Might regret this. It falls out, yeah. Okay, so looks like Nairo taking that game one despite kind of a disastrous start in the beginning there. The blue Terry going to go ahead and take that dub. They're having a good time, though. They're laughing it off. Of course, Terry, if anything, out of all the DLC thus far, we all had a lot of fun with Hero, right? You know, regardless of what he is in a competitive environment, as a casual character, that character is beyond fun. Terry, kind of in the same vein. Some of the most fun I've had with Smash in a long time.
He introduces, like, another blend of brawler to the mix. Like, a lot of what we've seen has been a lot of the Shoto's action, especially with Ken and Ryu back on the rise. But Terry with a different approach to, like, that type of archetype of character. And also, I feel like it's worth noting that his specials have fairly lenient, like, input windows. Like, you can just put crack shoot out all the time. All of a sudden, you're covering high, you're approaching fast.
Just immediately running right to center stage in the blink of an eye.
Of course. Add that on to, like, pretty respectable normals. Like, I brought up Nair earlier, forward tilt. You brought up down tilt. Like, this character's just able to hit you, man. It just feels good.
And see, the one thing I'm wondering about, though, is I feel like where Terry's going to end up struggling quite a bit in a lot of his matchups is his ability to be ledge trapped. You know, kind of off the ledge, doesn't really have a good aerial he can throw out to contest a lot of common setups. And we're even seeing the way that last stock was lost. He just kind of gets stuck in the corner a little bit and just takes so much damage.
like being careful with spacing is going to be the name of the game when it comes to Terry, both in and out, like in disadvantage, in advantage. All a matter of making sure that, like, if you're pressing a button, how well committed are you to spacing that well, making sure you don't get yourself punished too hard.
Oh my God, the music, by the way, is just so good. I need that Geese Howard theme to play.
That's what I'm saying.
One of these,
soy sauce for geese.
Oh, drip it all over my rice, please. With that 7-man soul fighter going right into the thick of it. Gonna see that up tilt coming out, the dash attack as well.
That dash attack's also mad good.
So good. It's so good. Wow, it killed Terry.
Oh, about that one.
DI looking a little.
But that's honestly, that's the benefit of the doubt you can give to a lot of players, especially the first week of characters out.
Right.
No matter how much you've practiced this character, no matter how much you've seen it, you got to figure out what's linking into what's real or not, and like how are you surviving.
Just look at the amount of Buster Wilson Naira's throwing now. He's like, man, we've already played an entire game and a half and no one's landed this yet. So
Bro, he's trying to check if Tweek is okay. Yo, speaking of Buster Wolf, one thing I gotta just clear the field. So the move, as you notice, it sometimes will go through certain things. Like for instance, it will beat out Wonder Wing. Now the reason is because it's a hit grab. Now I've noticed that's not really a phrase utilized in Smash too often. So just to give a little bit of clarification on what that actually means, it's like Isabel's fishing rod, where you can block it and you won't get grabbed.
Right.
So it's not really, it doesn't fit to the mold of the traditional rock, paper, scissors. Ooh. But with that out of the way, we bring ourselves right back into the action. We're really trying to make the most of this these super moves.
And the thing about Power Geyser, like we saw Nairo throwing it out a couple times here and there, and you're looking through your Twitter feed and you're seeing all these like day one, Terry conversions into Power Geyser or killing at kind of absurdly early percents. But then what we quickly were able to realize is that it sends up that 80-degree trajectory, kind of the same thing as Charizard up throw.
It's a weird one.
So it's like, oh, if your DI is terrible, yeah, it's going to kill you at like 90. But if you just hold like down and away, suddenly you're surviving like 30% longer. It's just a weird thing with the coding for moves that send at that specific angle that unfortunately Power Geyser is going to be the recipient of. But might be for the better, honestly.
I mean, for what it's worth, it's great for trapping at the ledge because it covers so many options. It's just huge. Most characters don't realistically have a way around it.
They're trying to power knock him off stage. And I like that he air dodges back because he knows if he goes for the up B there, he's not going to be able to make his way back, most likely because of how susceptible it is to being edge guarded.
They're very similar in nature to Chrom. I feel like knowing how to use your air dodge as a supplement to your recovery is going to be massive if you plan on taking Terry seriously. Or even if you're fighting Terry, knowing that that's part of his game plan.
Ooh, beautiful conversion. Now, speaking of Chrom, right, the biggest difference, I guess, there is that for Chrom, his aerial mobility, just his drift, is a lot better than Terry. Terry, on the other hand, kind of suffers in that department, can be really slapped up in the juggle area. Just has a very tough time getting down, doesn't really have that disjoint to throw on the way down either. Okay, doing a little bit of neutral B action.
Yo, if you ever get caught in the war for projectiles like that, always remember that you have your strong light variants. You can always mix up the timing while keeping something out.
Okay. Like down tilt, here we go, has to run the crack. He's gonna air dodge. No, just drifts to the ledge, kind of using it as a mix-up. Almost gets that Nair into like a raw back air there from Tweek, but not able to find that conversion as well. Ooh, I am okay. Thanks for asking, Terry.
So Nairo really trying to check up on Tweek right now. No. All right. Quick grab. Let's see what we got.
There we go, gets caught by the rising tackle on the way up. And that's another thing about Terry, too, is like us as commentators, we don't have an excuse to not know what the name of the moves are. You know
Terry's helping us out.
It's like an anime character every single time he screams it before he does it, so. No excuse there. That up smash?
That was up smash.
Don't see that every day.
Nah, up smash really good for covering. It's just because it's literally just wider up tilt for the space that it's covering.
Oh, no, they're actually going through that power wave. That's the power dunk as well. Does the forward air from the ledge, trying to get a little bit more conversion. There we go. The Nair to the knuckle.
If you do short hop falling power wave, like so you get the aerial version, but you're still low to the ledge. It's actually great for covering characters like Terry, who like wire themselves to be close to the ledge in order to recover. Yeah, and another game goes in favor of Tweek.
Couldn't recover there. One thing I guess that is worth pointing out though is that for Terry to charge his upward special, right, the tackle, you don't have to hold all the way down. So you can be trying to recover and kind of put the stick at a slight angle. Not that you're going to fast fall or anything, but then you can still get the strong command input version of the charge while recovering. So it's actually, you don't really, it's not that hard, honestly, and especially if you're doing like an arrow or something, you of course can hold down while you're doing it to get that charge. So
that's something I feel that's great about Terry is the fact that if you spend a good, maybe a good hour or so in training mode figuring his inputs, you see that they're not that difficult to pull off yourself. So it should give you a concept that either if you're not playing the character, well, your opponent can do this fairly easily. So always keep those options in mind if they have. And then for yourself, if you're practicing it, it's like to just be consistent with it, especially in those high-pressure situations. If you plan on using the character in tournament, and what a
see ya! Man.
All right, now we got the crowd lively for this one.
Yeah, that's what I want to see, man. It's like when you're playing the brand new NBA 2K and they let you do the dunk contest. Gotta hit him with that saucy stuff, man. There we go. Okay, cancels the forward tilt into the power, but the immediate roll. Did not want to deal with that.
That's fair.
Guys are coming out. I love it, man. We even got a little change of pace from Nairo with the colors here. Before he was rocking the blue, but now he's onto the black. We don't have the leather pants out yet.
All right. Tweek just putting out the ghost tag. Clean him up quick.
There we go. Jab, gonna push him to forward tilt. And that's the thing about Terry, dude. Like right there, like he can reset that hard knockdown situation as long as he's able to guess correctly quite a few times, man. He can carry you from coast to coast. Oh, I like that.
There we go.
Yeah, that's smart.
Like you would think because it doesn't travel that far, it's not that great, but it's nonetheless still a disjoint. You still just put that forward.
Oh. Forward smash. We're going to have to air dodge here. No, he's going to go for the rising tackle, and he should be dead there. Yeah, no double jump. Will not be able to make it back. And that's going to be the bane of Terry as the meta progresses, man. Especially just thinking about, like, Martha and Lucina. Oof, not going to be a good time.
Oh, no, yeah. Swordies are going to have a field day with this.
Tetrakarn. Good luck.
Yeah, Joker's not going to have that much difficulty. Really, anyone who's able to lock down the ledge should be fine with Terry. Although, of course, that means that the matchup is just get your opponents in the ledge.
Yeah.
Terrys are coming to the battle already prepared for that. So you know they're going to want to try to stick to center stage, ghost around the platforms.
Covering high every day. Oh, no.
Oh, we out.
Okay, we made it. Let's go. Oh, well, almost converts into the power dunk there, but will not find it. Nairo trying to get a chance at life here as Tweek is just one step away from winning this in a 3-1 fashion. They pound it out. It's going to be a pretty easy dub for Gavin Tweek Dempsey with one of the freshest names on the coast. Securing that one with relative ease, I'd say.
Yeah, it looked like Tweek had a better understanding of what Terry's able to get away with, more so than like Nairo did. As far as like what the tools are offering, like we saw a lot of the down tilt checking. So I'm also using a lot of up B.
Oh yeah, so good. It's very fast as well. And of course, you do true input, you get some vulnerability on that. Some stuff there's some stuff that I've seen that we didn't even see in that. You know, like, for example, Gimmer tweeted out earlier today or something, maybe it was last night, about how if you do like the command version of power dunk and like you hit someone's shield, it's like 0.
Oh no, yeah,
hit, right?
As far as frame advantage goes, like you're fine.
It's like you're even. So play that whole rock paper scissors game there. And of course, we didn't see that option select either with either the nair at the ledge or even the jab.
Yeah, whiff jab leading into whatever it needs to. The character has a lot of tools. I feel like the barrier of entry for Terry is exceedingly lower than the other characters we've gotten. Like, Hero is a massive roulette, and you need to learn how to make those calls. Joker is fairly heavy executionally if you want to like go the heavy combo route. Banjo, a bit more on the trickier end. He has a lot of zoning tools, so that lends itself more to more abstract thought as far as like where you're putting your projectiles, what projectiles when, so on and so forth. And then Piranha Plant, much heavier on the ledge trapping aspects, where he doesn't have much going for him. But if he gets you to the ledge, he's a real character you got to worry about. So Terry, fairly easy to get out his heavier moves. He's obviously dealing plenty of damage. And it's clear that you need to work on, as far as recovery is concerned, making good choices for your resources. But what to do once you're on stage, and once you have a good idea of utilizing those resources, that's where Terry's going to flourish. I could see him sticking around longer than a lot more of like a almost flavor of the month-esque feelings that we've gotten out of Hero or Banjo.
Definitely decent pocket to have.
All right. All right, folks, so make sure to stay tuned. We're going to have a quick ad break for the change of the guard. Good Good kissing with you.
Oh, there we
Kiss.
go.
Always fun.
You-
Always fun. We got one match together.
You turned it off on me, bro. I didn't even get to get the
Do
full
it,
shake
do
on
it.
camera.
You gotta get the
I gotta go
photos
fight
up.
production. I'm out.
All right. We out. Goodbye.